All right, we're back, and this is part 2 of cleaning up an old post so that Google will read it better and so that you will make more money on it. And this article, which was originally entitled How to Prevent and Dissolve Blood Clots, it's now entitled Treating Blood Clots. We're working on the next step of this, which is cleaning up these H2 tags and making sure that Google sees them as the right thing. You know, the proper next step to be in line. Google sees this as the heading. So what about treating blood clots? And then we want to come down here and we want our H2 tags to lead our reader through the article. And this article way high on word count. This is just the fallout of the katydid 1700 word posts. But, you know, so technically this is a 300, or technically this is 3 posts. You know, technically I could take this and make 3 proper posts. But that's a longer process than what we're doing here. Here we're just coming through and doing a quick swish and cleaning it up a bit and getting it moving in the right direction. To split it into 3 posts, I'll have to come in. I'll have to really read this thing and really understand everything about what she is saying in this article, or else it's for naught. Okay, but focusing on the H2s. Personally, I like the H2s centered. I know that we should always align posts. We should line our text to the left, and that is something that we're changing as we go back through our old posts. We're aligning our text to the left. But I do like the headers for some reason. I like those to be centered. Now, at some point, I may take 2 very popular articles that I know the traffic patterns of, and I might leave the headers to go put them back over here and see if I see a notable change. But again, that's a longer process fix. What we're looking at here is we're trying to go through and spend 45 minutes or an hour on a post, maybe a little more, maybe a little less, and get it in a good shape moving forward. Okay, treating blood clots. Let's first see, we found this title and keyword, which we may fluff it up as a title. But we found that by going in the keyword research tool, the keyword planner over on AdWords. We are now going to search with that keyword, or that long tail keyword, and see what exactly people are searching. You know, they're searching treating blood clots, but is there something more specific? Can we hone it in and get tighter on a niche? And it goes back to an old lesson in radio, and write this down. You know, do you want to reach 100% of the people 10% of the time? Or do you want to reach 10% of the people 100% of the time? And I can guarantee you that unless you are brain dead, you want to reach 10% of the people 100% of the time, because that catches on and spreads. Gunshotting across 100% of the people does not spread, unless you're just very good karma, good universe work, okay? So we want to get as niche as we can. So I have pasted my keyword in there, and we're going to see what comes up with treating blood clots. Now, while that's loading up, I'll look here. What's our first H2 tag? Knowing your blood clotting factor could save your life. Thickness is stickiness of what's going on. Okay. So we might be checking blood clotting. Treating blood clots. Blood clotting. Blood clotting. So we want the first words in this line to be that hot keyword. And we just saw right here, or I did, I don't know if I highlighted it. Wait, where? Blood clotting. The keyword blood clotting. 3,600 people search it. Kind of low competition, but it's $3.13 a click. So we're going to take that word, which we already have it here, and we're going to make sure we have it at the front of our H2. Okay, blood clotting. For right now, we're going to do that. Knowing your Let's check clotting factor. And again, this is just, I'm teaching you, there is no way to sit down and say this is exactly what to do. So I'm just kind of showing you. Clotting factor, I think, might be a good word, knowing your clotting factor. You want as many keywords and groups of keywords as you can possibly get. You want Google to read that thing and for it to be just ding, ding, ding. I know exactly what you're talking about. Better than Wikipedia. I mean, I know what you're saying. Okay, clotting factor. Whew, my. Okay. Blood clotting. You know what I think? I think we want, instead of this being blood clotting, I think we might want this to be clotting factor. Hang on. Clotting factor. 390 average monthly searches. Low competition, 1015. Now I think I can go right back, I hope, to that last one. Oh, come on. Do me a big favor. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. It's not going to do it. I'm going to get this word blood clotting. I'm going to get that keyword and go check it. Which would have been faster if I'd have known it wasn't going to go back to where I had just left it. This would have been much faster to let me pause this while this loads. Okay, here we go. We're looking at the difference between the word or the keyword clotting factor, which had a $10 and something suggested bid, and the difference between that and blood clotting. Okay, blood clotting was a much higher number in average monthly searches. Both of them were low competition, but now this one is a $3.13 click suggested compared to the $10 and something. So I am actually going to change this to clotting factor. And I'm going to go put that in my Evernote because that clotting factor, we need to just work the daylights out of that keyword. Okay. Okay, clotting factor. So let's see what other words go with that. Okay. This might be something to experiment with. And again, I'm just trying to teach you the train of thought here. Clotting factors with an S, higher search number, still low, 567. I mean, it's not 1015, but 567 is pretty good suggested bid. So, you know, this might be something to experiment with. Maybe work both of these keywords and just kind of own that section, you know, own that clotting factor and clotting factor's property there. Just own it. Small niche. It would take nothing to own this. Okay, coagulation factor, 11 something. Okay. Okay. Now, I'm going to check one more thing here with and without the S. If you're making notes, you might make a note that, you know, to add the S and do things with the S and without the S. I mean, it sometimes can literally make the difference between 12 cents a click and $1.85 a click. And that is huge, huge, huge. Okay, so blood clotting factor, roughly 90 monthly searches, low competition, which we prefer high, but again, here, $8.75. Now, if this were 23 cents, I'd be like, I don't have time for this. But $8.75, so let's explore this a little bit. Oh, no, blood clotting factors. $90 low, $8.75. Okay. Several more, still low, $3.75. I'm leaving it clotting factor. I need to make sure that's the one. And you know, a lot of this is back and forth work. There's no good way around it. We're going to finish up this H2, this one H2 tag that we're working on this video, because we're at 11 minutes and 15 seconds. And again, I don't want these to, it's easier, faster for me to upload them. Clotting factor, yes, okay. We're going to bold that because Google sees bold. Learned that from Kelly and Crystal. And again, I'll say it many times, when I finish this series, I will go back and I will put links to any of the people, you know, any of these educational people. There have been some fantastic people who have helped us along the way, and I'm going to tell you, these are ladies who are, they're just good people. A lot, you know, they're charging a little here and there, but these are ladies who want to help other people achieve the dream of staying at home and being an at-home person and having this blog empire you can speak from for whatever reason. You know, a lot of them are homeschoolers. Many of them are Christian ladies. You know, it's we have learned a lot from a lot of people. So I don't ever want to not admit that and not thank those people. So there will be a group of links with this, the people we've learned from, and Kelly and Crystal, I believe, said Google sees bold. Okay. Okay, we don't want to make this sound like a question as much, because we want Google to know that we know the answer. The way your blood clots will determine if you are going to have a heart attack or stroke. How our blood flows through our arteries, its thickness and stickiness are the main things that will determine if you're prone to blood clots or not. Okay, let's hold it right here with this, and I'm going to kind of regroup here, save this video, upload it. This is part 2 of cleaning up an old post so that the SEO and Google can read it better. I'm going to save this, regroup on this article, and we'll continue on with it. We're going to be tracking it to see how much money it makes and see what changes we make the money. And we're just going to study this post, and I believe it had made 30 some odd cents altogether so far. So it's a good one to start with. Watch for part 3, and over and out.